Hey everybody, we are back with our Tool of the Week series, and this week's tool is simple: field trips. Now, when I was teaching, I loved field trips. I would go on them all the time because I always had the stance of there's somebody else who's an expert in the area that we're learning about. I usually went on field trips that had something to do with our science or social studies units, because those were areas that I always kind of was like, ooh, am I saying this right? Am I getting this right? Are my students understanding? So when it comes to field trips, finding a place where you can find a speaker or an activity or a place that has someone who just is so passionate and knows so much more about it. For instance, here where I live, we have a botanical gardens place, and there students can learn all about butterflies from, I think, March through April, somewhere around there. And so when I was doing my life cycle of a butterfly unit, guess where I was? At the botanical gardens, listening to all those docents talk about butterfly everything. And my students left with so much information. And when I tell you I love field trips, it was to the point where my last year or second to last year of teaching, I went on a field trip on the second week of school. You barely have any routine set up. You've barely gotten classroom management set up, and you're already taking kids on field trips. Yes, I am. Because we were learning about farm to table, and guess where my class was? At a farm. Because I wanted these farmers to give my kids all the lessons they could, and they did. My kids even got to milk a cow. They got to eat real milk-made cheese, not the stuff that's, sold in the store. They got to take home real milk and eggs. I mean, it was fantastic. You would have not known that it was the second week of school. It was phenomenal. So when I tell you to use the tool of field trips, do it. And one little tidbit for this tool, there are even virtual field trips. So you can go to aquariums all over the U.S. You might even be able to travel to places virtually outside of the United States. Do your research, take the time, find people who are more passionate, and I promise you, you will be so happy you did. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye.